Good morning, everyone. It is Julie here with your Tuesday morning stock market news, where we're getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here and happy Tuesday. As usual this morning, we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. If you want to unlock some of my favorite research tools, you can follow the links in the description down below to get 10% off tip ranks and download their mobile app. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are in the red this morning ahead of interest rate decisions from the Fed tomorrow and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen saying that the U.S. could become unable to pay their bills as soon as June 1st. Right now, Dow futures are down 0.18%, S&P 500 futures down 0.15%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.04%. IBM is making headlines this morning after their CEO suggested that 30% of their workforce could be filled with AI over the coming years. In a recent interview, the CEO said that the company was looking to cut down hiring for roles that could be replaced with AI, essentially non-customer facing jobs, including back office functions such as HR, could be replaced by AI over the next 5 years. One analyst weighed in that pausing about 7,800 jobs that AI could do would be a good move for the company. Analysts currently rate the IBM stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 17%. After a series of price cuts earlier this year, EV maker Tesla has now raised prices on some models in the US, Canada, Japan, and China. Their website showed the starting prices for the Model Y and Model 3 increased by $250 in the US on Tuesday. A similar change was made on the sales pages in other countries as well. Their entry-level Model 3 is still about 14% cheaper in the US than at the start of the year. Elon Musk said he's willing to lower prices to improve market share even if it hurts profitability. Analysts currently rate the Tesla stock a moderate buy, and we have both a sell and a buy coming in just within this last day. Along with an earnings and revenue beat, DuPont announced that they've agreed to acquire Spectrum Plastics Group in a deal worth $1.75 billion. Spectrum Plastics is a manufacturer of specialty medical devices and components, serving 22 of the 26 top medical device original equipment manufacturers with a focus on fast-growing therapeutic areas. DuPont said that they expect the deal will be immediately accretive to their adjusted earnings and achieve high single-digit return on investment capital by year 5. DuPont is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 24%. And shares of Blackberry are on the rise after the company said they're exploring options of breaking up their businesses. The cybersecurity firm said that they will carry out an assessment on their portfolio of businesses and consider whether to separate one or more of them in order to maximize shareholder value. The Blackberry stock is currently rated a unanimous hold among analysts with an upside of 11%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. In the after hours, we'll be hearing from big names like Advanced Micro Devices, Ford, Starbucks, Progressive, and Energy Transfer. Plummeting in the pre-market this morning is Chegg. Their stock is down over 40% after they reported earnings last night and warned that students are now going to ChatGPT for homework help. This transition to ChatGPT is hurting Chegg's own efforts to add new customers. For the last quarter, they did report earnings per share of 27 cents, coming in 1 cent ahead of expectations, and sales of $187.6 million, also ahead of estimates. The company is prioritizing investments in artificial intelligence themselves, but their second quarter outlook did come in below expectations, and they declined to provide any further outlook beyond that. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy, with 2 hold ratings coming in just today. We then have Microstrategy, who came out with a huge earnings beat. They reported Q1 adjusted earnings per share of $30.59. That was ahead of the analyst estimate of 27 cents per share. So yes, a beat of over $30, and that jumped up from a loss of $21.93 in the previous quarter. Revenue of $121.9 million also exceeded expectations by about $2 million. Analysts currently rate the Microstrategy stock a strong buy with an average upside of 30%. Reporting in the pre-market this morning, we have Uber, who's on the rise after their earnings and revenue beat, plus an upbeat bookings outlook. The ride-sharing platform is projecting strong bookings growth for the rest of the year. They reported a loss per share of 8 cents, which was 1 cent better than expectations, and revenue of $8.8 billion, which beat by $90 million and grew 27.5% year over year. Analysts currently rate the Uber stock a unanimous strong buy with an average upside of about 46%. We also heard from Pfizer this morning. They reaffirmed their future outlook after posting an earnings and revenue beat. Their full year 2023 revenues, excluding COVID-19 products, is expected to grow by 7 to 9% operationally. They reported a Q1 earnings per share of $1.23, beating expectations by 24 cents per share, and a revenue of $18.3 billion, beat expectations by $1.8 billion, despite declining 28% year over year. Their stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 21%. And then we have BP, who is in the red this morning after posting their mixed results. While their Q1 earnings per share of $1.66 beat by 24 cents per share, their sales and operating revenues of $56.18 billion did miss by over $2.2 billion. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with a slight upside of 2%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Woodward after they posted an earnings and revenue beat for their second quarter. Trading under the ticker WWD, their stock is up about 10.7%. They're followed by Sprouts Farmers Market under SFM, up just over 10%, and Uber Technologies under UBER, up 8.46%. And no big surprise, our biggest losers this morning are led by Chegg following their earnings and ChatGPT warning. Trading under the ticker CHGG, they're currently down 45%. They're followed by E2 Open Parent Holdings under ETWO, down about 22%, and Premier Incorporated under PINC, down 10.7%. So that is going to be everything for Tuesday morning's stock market news, getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here next time.